Hello folks, Tom Exner from Haematex here again. Welcome to another Tea with Tom. Today I want to talk to you about a great new method we have for checking if heparin is present in a plasma sample. We've actually we developed this method quite a few years ago, and it's really quite popular in Australia and Germany, but it hasn't spread anywhere else, and I'm not sure why, so thought we'd give it some publicity. Heparin in the laboratory is often a problem because it's unexpected. It can often cause unexpectedly prolonged APTT results. One study showed it was responsible for 39% of abnormal APTTs were due to heparin contamination of the sample. Now, we have a very simple method for identifying this, and we've called it in the past HRRS, which stands for heparin resistant recalcifying solution. But we're thinking of renaming it to call it Antihepca, which covers what it actually does. The trick is, if you find a plasma sample that gives you an unexpectedly prolonged APTT and you want to check if it's got heparin in it, simply repeat the APTT using HRRS instead of the regular calcium chloride. HRRS or Hepca contains an anti-heparin agent which knocks out the heparin after the contact activation stage. So the result is as if your APTT reagent was insensitive to heparin. So it's a very simple method. It doesn't take any more time than an APTT. And you've got to contrast this with the alternative methods, which are, of course, thrombin time. If you have an abnormal thrombin time as well as the prolonged APTT, you then have to check using rectalase time to confirm that you have heparin present. This doesn't tell you anything about the APTT or any underlying problems. You then have to work out a way to get rid of the heparin to do an APTT. And this is normally achieved now with an enzyme, heparinase enzyme, which over a period of time can destroy the heparin and give you a baseline result. Now, Hepzyme takes at least 10 minutes to carry out that performance before you get it and before you can do an APTT. It's very expensive, and you have to time it correctly, otherwise you can get unusual results. Of course, the original heparin method to reverse heparin was to use protamine, but that has an inherent problem that if you add too much protamine or not enough, this will affect the APTT result. So the quickest method by far is to use HRRS. It's very simple, gives you an APTT baseline result within the same time as an APTT takes to carry out. So I hope that has been of some use to you, some interest. We're happy to send out samples for your evaluation, and we hope it saves some time in the laboratory and solves the heparin problem. So thanks very much for watching. Till next time. Cheers.